வணக்கம் நேயர்களே, இன்னொரு லெட்ஸ் டாக் எபிசோட்ல உங்களை சந்திக்கிறதுல we are so thrilled. ஒவ்வொரு லெட்ஸ் டாக் எபிசோட்லயும் நாங்கள் டிஃப்ரெண்டான பேனல் மெம்பர்ஸை மீட் பண்ணி இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங்கான டாபிக்ஸை பற்றி டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணுவோம். என்னோட பேனல் மெம்பர்ஸ் I know that you are excited to meet too. In the side I have Vibu from Ovian Photography. This side I have Dachika from Jodi Bridal and Dreamers Events. Jodi Bridal show is happening on March 1st. Make sure that you go to it. And India on topic is fashion. Is it passion or obsession? I know. நீங்கள் எல்லாம் very interesting, very excited இந்த டாபிக்கை நாங்கள் என்ன டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ண போகிறோம்னு சொல்லி பார்த்து கொண்டிருப்பீங்க. நாங்கள் இந்த டாபிக்கு போகும்போது எங்களோட ஷோ ஸ்பான்சர் is Exotic Sarees and you're going to see some exotic models wearing some gorgeous outfits today, so make sure that you stay with us. எங்களோட quote for this week is நீ நன்மை செய்தால் உலகம் உன்னை கவனிக்காது, ஆனால் நீ தீமை செய்தால் உன்னை விமர்சிக்காமல் இருக்காது. விபு, நீங்கள் என்ன நினைக்கிறீங்க இந்த கோட்டை பற்றி?
I think it's true.
Okay. உங்களுக்கு நடந்திருக்குதா? Have you done things that are good?
I don't know if I'm at that level where people are talking about me to be like, oh my gosh, you did something really bad. But I think it's true to some extent. Yeah.
Okay. Dachika, நீங்க என்ன நினைக்கிறீங்க?
I think it's a part of every culture, every society.
Okay.
Where if you were to do something good, and I was to take it to the level of, say, even Hollywood.
Yeah.
And how many celebrities do how many great things, but people never really focus on that.
Mm-hmm.
But people focus more on what happened, over the weekend, who got arrested.
Yeah.
Like
Justin Bieber.
Like Justin Bieber.
Poor guy. Canada supports you.
Right.
Sumu supports you.
And I think it sells.
And Angelina Jolie.
She
does so much, but she stole Jennifer Aniston's husband.
Right, and she's, she will forever be labeled as a homewrecker.
That's right.
And so,
I know.
I don't know. Do people still talk about that though?
Yes, everybody does. We're still talking about it, and this is on TET, and it's 2014.
Exactly, and I think so. Every time anyone mentions her name, the first thing that people mention is
homewrecker.
Homewrecker.
Okay. Really, I think of green earrings, but.
Okay, all right. I think
because we're fashion obsessed.
Okay, right.
Green earrings and all that stuff. இப்போ அது வந்து எங்கட டாபிக்கு போகுது. Okay, so let's start talking about our topic. Fashion, passion or obsession. நீங்கள் எந்த நிலையில நிக்கிறீங்க இப்ப? Are you in the passion level or obsession level?
I don't think I've hit obsession.
You haven't?
No.
Dachika?
I don't think I've hit obsession either. I think I'm definitely passionate about it. I blog about it every day.
Okay.
But I would consider obsession when you feel the need to shop and be a shopaholic.
Like someone who has lots of shoes, for example.
Okay. I know what you're talking about. As you can see, we was talking about me, shoes. I am obsessed with shoes, and I have shoes lined up, and it's come to a point where I started a talk show, and in the logo shoe I did it. Okay, so I'm guilty of that. Yes, I'm obsessed with shoes, and I don't know. I guess maybe like if a passion la irukrakal kind of try to bring me down. It's like alcoholism and addiction madri. Idoru addiction than, right?
Definitely.
Yeah. Anytime I go to the store, enakku appadina aan shoe store ku poi, then I have to buy a pair of shoes.
And I think every girl, every woman has watched Confessions of a Shopaholic or read the book Confessions of a Shopaholic. And that kind of identifies when it becomes an obsession, when you start, billing everything onto your credit card and you can't even afford it, and you're purchasing all these.
Okay.
I think every one of us has done that at least once in our life till we get our bill and we realize, wait a minute, I actually don't make this much money.
Yes. And not orka kastapattu like 6 months like I think this was years ago, 6 months konjama sethu I think I saved about like $6,000 or something like that in a savings account, right? Christmas came and I went and did some shopping, and 1 week I saw my credit card bill was already $6,000.
Wow.
So I had to pay it off. Okay.
What did you buy?
Shoes mostly.
Were you shopping at Louboutins or something?
No. I don't go crazy like that. See, I won't go to that extent of brand name, but I buy shoes that look like, they're kind of brand name madri, right? See, that's what we should have to talk about. So how can we see if a person has an obsession or a passion towards like brand name stuff? what are some tips that you guys can give coming from the fashion industry? Like, how can you put things together, like, without spending so much?
Yeah, I actually was going to discuss that because I think more and more in our community, I see people getting obsessed with big name brands, you know, throwing out Louis Vuitton and Gucci. And I think those items, if you really look into it, those items are made next to nothing in China. And we buy it marked up at like thousands.
Yeah.
And that stuff doesn't really matter. If you look at any type of fashion, you're not looking for the name brand, but you're looking for a different style. What's different and unique about this shirt, or what's different and unique about this skirt or these pair of jeans, and does it fit you well? Does it hug every curve? That's what you need to be focusing on, as opposed to going out and just being like, oh, this is Louis Vuitton, let me purchase this. Oh, this is Burberry, let me purchase this.
Yeah,
but at the same time, I think there's, it's not like they're not attractive or they're not good looking. I mean, if you can afford it, then all the power to you, right? I would love to one day buy a Valentino gown or like an Elie Saab gown, and they're like 10 grand for just a simple gown. But maybe one day I could buy one of those, and I think it's like, if you could afford it, there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with rocking, Louis Vuittons or
high-end,
whatever.
things.
But it's okay. It is if you can afford it, then I don't.
Okay. So I don't know about some people are not going to like me when I say this. Now, Silavaliila paakran people, okay, you have the money and you can go buy it. I know that. So you're always wearing high-end things, but then when I look at them, I don't even know that they're wearing high-end things because they don't know how to put it together. So don't do that, please. Like, if you're going to wear like a high-end thing, then make sure your hair's done, your makeup's done, you're wearing some kind of nice shoes, and put it together. Like, you're not doing justice to that brand just because you want to go and buy. It's making me bad. Because you know what, I want to wear that and I can put it together. But this person doesn't understand the value. They're only thinking, okay, now I'm brand name photo. Now I'm like, oh, I'm all in field. No, your hair's a mess. Okay, maybe mine is too, but your hair's a mess. Your makeup's not done properly, and those are ugly shoes. So change them and put it together.
Right. No, and it makes sense. And it's okay sometimes if you can go into Zara and you can pick up a pair of shoes for $30 and you pair it with a Burberry top which is $200, but you just have to know how to pair those well together. Yeah. And I totally agree with you on that. And I think that's what people get confused, because they think that if you were to throw on a Burberry belt with your pair of pants, and there it is. For guys, it's like, oh, there, I've got it all together.
Yeah, but at the same, I don't mean to be. I just played the devil's advocate here.
Okay.
But I feel like, some of us don't sit at home every day scrolling Tumblr. Like, we do that because this is what we do. Like, this is what we like. So we spend that time scrolling through Pinterest or blogs or whatever, and so we can see what looks good and what doesn't. But not everybody has the time. So what media feeds us is certain brands. You're supposed to wear certain brands.
Yeah.
So Louis Vuittons, for example, it's everywhere. So how do you ignore that?
Okay, that's why the viewers have to watch Let's Talk and get those tips from here. சரி நேயர்களே, ஒரு ஷார்ட் கமர்ஷியல் பிரேக்கு பிறகு நாங்கள் இந்த டிஸ்கஷனை கண்டினியூ பண்ணலாம். Welcome back from the break, நேயர்களே. Okay, we were discussing, but I want to ask இன்னொரு question கேட்கணும். என்ன சொன்னால், இப்போ எங்களுக்கு முதல் இருந்த ஜெனரேஷனோ அதுக்கு முதல் ஜெனரேஷன் எங்கள் அம்மா ஆண்டிஸ் எல்லாருமே இந்த சாரீஸ் நகையண்டு வரைக்கல காஞ்சிபுரம்ல இருந்து பனாரஸ்ல இருந்து அப்படி டிஃப்ரெண்டான சாரீஸ், அதோட நகை வந்து இத்தனை கேரட் அத்தனை கேரட்னு சொல்லி டிஃப்ரெண்ட் கல்லு வச்சது அப்படின்லாம் சொல்லி அவையில் அப்சஸ்டாக தான் இருந்தவ, ரைட்? ஒரு ஃபங்க்ஷன் வருதுண்டா அப்படி புது டிசைன் வந்துட்டுன்னு சொன்னால் இட் வாஸ் even crazy. ஆனால் நாங்கள் வந்து ஒரு பர்பரியோ இல்லாட்டி லூயி விட்டான் வேடினா என்ன ஸ்வெட்டர், ரைட்? இதில் சும்மா இவ்வளோத்துக்கு போய் காசு செலவழிக்கிறாய். ஸோ தே திங்க் இது வந்து அப்சஷன், பட் அவைகளுக்கு இருந்தது அப்சஷன் இல்லை என்று சொல்லி, ரைட்? ஸோ உங்களோட கருத்து என்ன?
I think that Chika had mentioned during the break that our parents see jewelry like an heirloom.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you look at it from that perspective, I get why the jewelry, it makes sense.
So like சொத்து சேர்த்து
வச்சுக்கலாம். Like, pound வச்சிருக்கிறது. அப்படி
மடியில வச்சிருக்கிறது. ஆட்கள் களவெடுத்து கொண்டு போறது.
இது பேங்க்குள்ள வைக்கிறது, right?
இப்ப பேங்க்குள்ள வைக்கிறது. See, எங்க வைக்கிறேன்னு எனக்கு தெரியாது, right?
But no, like for example, like வெள்ளையாக்களுக்கு வந்து அந்த stocks, bonds எல்லாம் வேண்டுவினேன்.
Yeah.
அதே மாதிரி எங்க அம்மா அப்பா அந்த pound
You know what? When I was a kid, like back on the Sri Lanka, Amma had the pound, like, you know, in the bathroom, on the toilet, like they have to, like, they stick it in there.
I think still do that now.
Yeah, tali kodiyallam, right? See, this is the thing. Pound வேண்டிட்டு பிறகு பயந்து இருக்குறது, right? அதை விட இப்படி imitation எத்தனை கரெக்ட் உருளைக்கிழங்கு என்று இல்லாம. This is like $8 from Ardene's, guys. And how much are those bangles நீ போட்டிருக்கிறது?
These are 24 karat gold. No, I'm just kidding. They're a dollar. They're a dollar from India.
Right? So, you guys are still watching us wearing $8 and maybe there's like $4 and like $1 and stuff like that. And we still look good, right? I think we look good. Okay.
Yeah, but maybe you want to touch on the heirloom part.
Yeah, but I think with the heirloom, I think it's more about when it comes to your wedding day, when it's big functions, I think your parents are like, or our parents are happy to have this with them, and so that they can give this to you, you know, and then you take that and you pass it on to your kids, right?
But appa vikkalam, that's the point, right?
விக்ரதுக்கு இல்ல. என்ன Princess Diana, Queen Elizabeth, எல்லாரும் அப்படி என்ன அவங்க நகையில அப்படி ஒரு ஆளுக்கு அப்படி அது மாதிரி நாங்களும் Princess Diana தான்.
Okay, I know what you mean. So அவன் level of obsession for fashion was ஒரு different. ஆனா அது ஒரு different ஆன ரீசனுக்காக அது like maintain பண்ணப்பட்டது, right? And a certain type of obsession for fashion. But எங்கட வந்து ஒரு different type ஆன obsession,
no, but Sumu,
right?
like our parents, like my mom, and I'm sure your parents too, but they didn't buy purses. They didn't spend $1,000 on purses. They didn't spend $1,000 on shoes. For them, it was literally just saris and jewelry. That was it. So for them,
and the truth is, they have a lot of saris, and that's all they. And you know,
well, we have lots of tops and pants and bags. Like I'm sure if you culminated the amount of money we spent on our clothes and their clothes and jewelry, yes, I mean, including the gold because that's a different story. But I'm sure it would amount to somewhat of similar value.
And the way my mom is, I'm not sure if it's the same with you guys. The way my mom is that whatever you buy, make sure it's good quality. So even if she was to buy Kanjipuram saris, or if you were to buy any type of saris, you make sure it's good Kanjipuram, good Banarsi, it's good quality. And I think that's what we need to, that's what they try to endorse on us when we choose our clothes. You know, like we don't go and buy clothes for like $5 and they're like, no, you spend a little, but buy good things that will last you forever. And the truth is, saris will last you forever.
So if in the entertainment industry in the very clear, like I mean, you go to fashion shows, runways, எல்லாத்துலயும் இப்ப எங்கட generation girls வந்து saris and very clear இந்த quality பாக்கினமா?
I think it depends. Wedding, when it comes to a wedding, a bride always makes sure that she always looks for good quality, and I would encourage her to look for good quality.
For weddings.
For weddings.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely. But then you have events. You have so many events that happen, you know. And different little events through when you go through university. And those events, those formals or all that fun stuff, that's where you can kind of play around with your saris.
This is where exotic saris come in and get a sponsor. So we will definitely ask her that question and see, like, ava and like or somebody who's in the sari industry, the model, so like her clients, enna expect panninamandu solli, right? So in the fashion obsession I know நாங்கள் எல்லாம் ஜோக்கா காய்ச்சி கொண்டிருக்கிறோம் because it's a fun topic, right? Definitely. And you know, entertainment industry we take a lot of things very lightly, right? But in the fashion-க்கு fashion வந்து passionல இந்த obsession ஆக மாறிக்குள்ள வர consequences என்ன?
Well, besides the obvious financial debt, I think a lot of people use clothing or shopping as a means to relieve some sort of anxiety that they're feeling in life. And I get it. It is to some degree a therapeutic process.
And they do say that, right? Shopping is supposed to be a therapy.
But I think there's a limit.
Retail therapy. That's what we use. Retail therapy.
Right? Exactly. And like you said, there is a limit because when it becomes a financial problem, or when it becomes like, you know, a problem, you know, psychologically for anybody, then there's the need to find help and kind of.
It's like me when I'm like I'm running with 2 jobs, so stressed. My team stresses me out. I'm like, okay, that's it. I need to put shoes on the bottom, right? So it kind of like, you know, makes me go ooza. Right?
You know, the thing is like, sorry to cut you off, but like
you did, but go ahead.
I'm so sorry. Finish what you were saying.
No, go ahead, Vibhu. You're a panel member, and I have to allow you to speak. Go ahead.
That's right. Okay. So I have this feeling like I love clothes, but I have this anxiety with spending more than I can afford. You know, if I could, I would. But the thing is, so how do I overcome that? Because you do feel anxiety in when you go shopping. So when I go shopping, what I do is I spend an hour just walking around the store. So I'll put stuff, I don't even think, I'm like, oh, this is nice. This is nice. This is nice. This is nice. And so I'll keep walking around. And then by almost like the end of my little trip, I've pretty much put 90% of the things back because I'm like, do I really need this? No, okay, no, I don't want it. So I'll put it back, but then I'll stay with like 1 or 2 items. 1 or 2 items. And then I'm like, and then I'm happy because I've had that time to think about it. It's not impulse buys.
Okay. So, like I said, again, either we're coming to an end of our show, but it's like food. Sometimes I look at all the desserts and I eat it and then I feel guilty. Adhe marithan. So you just don't have to buy everything. Just have to look at it and make your choices wisely and konjam think panni. So நேர்களே உங்களுக்கு ஃபேஷன்ல ஒரு passion இருந்தால் அது obsession-ஆக மாறாமல் என்ன மாதிரி மாறாமல் நீங்கள் இருக்க பாருங்க. அல்லாட்டி மாறிட்டுதுன்னு சொன்னால் try to control it a little bit so then you can be healthy and happy. So இந்த discussion நீங்கள் கேட்டு என்ஜாய் பண்ணிருப்பீங்க நம்புறேன். After a short commercial break, we will come back and meet our sponsor, Exotic Sarees and her gorgeous models. Sari நேர்களே, welcome back from break. It's time to meet our sponsor, Exotic Sarees. Viji from Exotic Sarees, thank you very much for sponsoring Let's Talk. எப்படி இருக்கீங்க விஜி?
நல்லா இருக்கேன். நீங்க எப்படி இருக்கீங்க?
நல்லா இருக்கிறேன். விஜி, so நீங்கள் நல்ல கலர்ஃபுல்லா அதுல இருக்கீங்க. நீங்க எடுத்துக்கிற saree, I think it looks very exotic. உங்களோட business represent பண்ற மாதிரியே. சொல்லுங்க, this type of colors, you know, if you really look at it, ரெண்டுமே சியான bright yellow and red. இப்படியான காம்பினேஷனோட is it the current trend, current fashion right now?
ஜலோம் ரூபி ரெட்டும் தான் இப்போ வந்து கூட காமனாக இருக்கிற கலர். கூட முதல்லலாம் மெரூன் அடிப்பினோம், இப்போ அப்படி இல்லை. ஜலோ தான் கூட ஈவன் அந்த கலர் தான் இப்போ கூட ட்ரெண்டாக இருக்கிறது.
Okay. And Vibhu and Dachika, you guys are the queens in the fashion industry right now. சொல்லுங்க, நீங்க what do you think about the one that she's wearing?
I think nice colors, nalla vadivana colors, and it was Sonamari, like yellow is a big trend this year for weddings, and the full look when they're like not too much designs, nalla simple but very grand look. Adora pretty a big thing this year as well.
I want that blouse.
I was looking at the blouse. The blouse, the color is so nice, right? And then that's not even, I don't see the color in the saree, but it matches very well. So it looks really nice. So உங்களுக்கு பக்கத்துல இருக்கிற மாடல்ன பேர் என்ன? Sunny, okay. சொல்ல முடியுமா அவ wear பண்ணிருக்கிற saree like material or like what is she that she's wearing, if you can explain பண்ண முடியுமா?
Okay. அவ வந்து காஞ்சிபுரம் saree போட்டுருக்கா. இப்போ கூட வந்து காஞ்சிபுரத்துல வந்து ஸ்ட்ரைப் தான் கூட அந்த அதுதான் கூட ட்ரெண்டாக இருக்கிறது. அப்போ அதால் லைக் நாங்கள் வந்து கூட ஹெவியான sarees இல்லை இது இந்த காஞ்சிபுரம் பர்டிகுலர் காஞ்சிபுரம் சரி லைட். அண்ட் இந்த சாரி வந்து கூட உடுக்கிறது வந்து நீங்கள் ஒரு என்கேஜ்மெண்ட்டுக்கு போகல க்ளோஸ் ரிலேட்டிவ் அவங்கள யாரும் உடுக்கலாம், இல்லை வெட்டிங்குக்கும் உடுக்கலாம். நீங்கள் இது மற்றது சாமத்திய வீடு அதுகளுக்கு முடுக்கலாம்.
ஸோ இப்போ யங்கர் ஜென்ரேஷன் கூட இப்போ நாங்கள் இந்த எங்களோட டாப்பிக்கில் காய்ச்சி நாங்கள் காஞ்சிபுரம் வந்து எங்களோட அம்மா ஆண்டிஸ் எல்லாம் கூட கலெக்ட் பண்ணி அந்த டைமில் ஒரு பெரிய இதாக இருந்தது. இப்போ வந்து எனக்கு கூட டிசைனர் சாரீஸ் அதுக்கு போயிட்டேன். பட் இப்போ காஞ்சிபுரம் விரும்பி வெறினமா எங்களோட ஜெனரேஷன் விமென்
இப்போ வந்து கூட ஈவன் யங் கேர்ள்ஸ் எல்லாமே இப்போ வந்து காஞ்சிபுரம் தான் கூட பார்க்குறாங்க. காஞ்சிபுரம் இப்போ அது ட்ரெண்டாக வந்திருக்கு. அதால் வந்து காஞ்சிபுரத்துலேயும் டிஃப்ரெண்ட் நிறைய டிசைன்ஸ் இப்போ கூட ஸ்டோன் ஒர்க் ப்ரைடல்ஸ் வரைக்குள்ள ஸ்டோன் ஒர்க் இருக்கிறாங்க. பட் அதர் தன் தட் இந்த சும்மா பிளெயினான காஞ்சிபுரம்ல எப்போவும் முடுக்கலாமன்றதுக்கு இப்போ ஒரு ட்ரெண்ட் வந்து அந்த கலரும் போயிடும் ப்ளஸ் அதில் இருக்கிற ஒர்க்கும் போயிடும். ஆனால் பிளெயின்னு சொன்னால் நீங்கள் லைக் ஈவன் 60 years ஆனாலும் அதை உடுக்கலாம். அப்ப அதால கூட அப்படி பாக்குறாங்க.
So thank you, Sunny. You look gorgeous, and you know I can இப்படியே போய் மணவரையில உட்கார நிலையில தான் நான் இருக்கிறா. It looks very nice. So உங்களோட next model meet பண்ணலாம், and let's see what she's wearing. சரி நேயர்களே, let's meet the second and third models who are here to display outfits from exotic sarees. விஜி சொல்லுங்க, உங்களோட second and third models இந்த பேர் என்ன?
Second model Zara. And this is Tulasi. உங்களுக்கு ஏற்கனவே தெரியும். Exotic.
Tulasi is our TET Kutti Divas participant. And so சொல்லுங்க, Zara என்ன உடுத்திருக்கா?
Zara வந்து டிசைனர் saree உடுத்திருக்கா. அது மல்டி கலர் saree. பார்க்க தெரியுது உங்களுக்கு நிறைய கலர்ஃபுல்லா இருக்குது. இந்த saree வந்து கூட லைக் ரெஜிஸ்ட்ரேஷன் என்கேஜ்மென்ட் கொடுக்கலாம் girls plus ரிசப்ஷனுக்கு. ரிசப்ஷன் அப்படியான ஒகேஷனுக்கு கொடுக்கலாம். ஈவன் அவங்களோட நார்மல் யூனிவர்சிட்டிஸ்ல எல்லாம் பாத்தீங்கன்னா இப்போ வந்து அந்த formals அதுகள் நடக்கிறது அப்ப அந்த டைம் இதுகள் இப்படியான sarees உடுக்கலாம் பாருங்க.
I love the border, the way it's set up. Like, I don't know. Again, I think maybe it's that vintage look or something that I'm looking for. It looks very nice. So, Tulasi என்ன உடுத்திருக்கான்னு சொல்லுங்க.
Flower girls, அப்ப கூட கிறிஸ்டியன்ஸ் வெட்டிங்க்கு இப்படியான ட்ரெஸ் போட்டா நல்லா இருக்கும். எங்கடத்துக்கு ஹிந்து வெட்டிங் போடேக்கல கொஞ்சம் லாங் கல்ச்சரல் dresses.
Maybe wear a color la poduveenga, right? In Hindu weddings. Okay, so models and Tulasi, can you do a little 360 for us, please?
Oh, she knows what it is.
Yes. Thank you, Tulasi. So models, thank you very much for showcasing the gorgeous outfits. And Viji from Exotic Sarees, thank you for sponsoring Let's Talk. It was a pleasure having you here. And we hope to see you again. நேயர்களே, நீங்கள் பார்த்து கொண்டிருப்பது Tamil Entertainment Television HD. உங்களிடமிருந்து விடைபெறுவது Sumu, Sathi and TET team.
The rapper's got a quick hand.